Alrighty guys, welcome to yet another video for my Let's Play of the full version of the crew. And in this video, I want to discuss all the things that we basically know about the crew calling all units. Now let me jump in real quick. In this part, I know it's obvious how to get the crew calling all units. You pre-order it on Steam or Uplay or wherever. But I wanted to say that if you already own the crew Wild Run, and you buy calling all units, you will automatically get the Nissan GTR 2016 absolutely free, which in a way is kind of a bit of a ripoff, but honestly I don't really care because I got the crew Wild Run for free, which yeah. But if you don't own the crew Wild Run and you pick up the crew calling all units, you will automatically get the crew Wild Run for free. So yeah, which is kind of nice to that. But at the same time, again, it's a bit of a ripoff for those that already paid like $25 and they're paying $25 again to get the crew calling all units when they could just have gotten Wild Run absolutely free from just buying calling all units. But yeah, whatever about that. Let's move on. There's a bunch of news on the side as well, which we'll get to later. Now, the Road to Level 60 article that they've posted on here as well. Now, I want to come on here to show you the whole entire parts bonus system and, of course, a bunch of other stuff, but it says right here that once you hit level 51 you will collect diamond parts. And the diamond parts are actually pretty interesting because I thought there were actually no bonuses on there. As you can see, it just says a diamond on there, there's no bonus, but it turns out the diamond parts still do have bonuses that basically the level 50 platinum parts will had one bonus only, but the diamond parts from level 51 there are two bonuses. I don't know exactly what the two bonuses will be. It will probably be randomly generated, but somehow I doubt it. Maybe it'll be just a fixed system for the level 51 parts, but we don't know what the bonuses are. They just said two bonuses, that's it. But once you get to level 60, you will have all four bonuses: acceleration, top speed, grip, and braking, which is pretty cool, I guess. It's pretty useful for those vehicles that have a low top speed and very bad acceleration and so forth. This will probably boost up those cars and make them more competitive towards the more overpowered cars, which is pretty nice. And of course, the thing that concerns me is Smart Loot will be available on all, will be one at all levels, and of course at all medals, as you can see here. And whatever you win from the Smart Loot actually depends, because as you can see, there's a certain things you'll win. This will probably give you the best chance of winning very, very high-end parts, but this one will give you like maybe lower-end parts, visual parts, stuff like that. Not exactly sure how it works. It doesn't say exactly, but yeah. And of course, all skill, any kind of skill will be played by anyone, which is I guess it's nice. You can go to the West Coast and you can play depending on whatever level that is, but that concerns me because you won't be able to get the 40 to level 45 gold parts anymore, because those will actually help you grind through level 50 platinum parts much easier. And of course, that'll also make it harder for people to actually play through the story missions without basically grinding like a mofo on skills and so forth. And of course, it says right here you'll also get a new perk point from each level up, or if you have the double down perk active, you'll get 2. But I'm not actually sure if they're actually going to have a use for these perk points. They might. Who knows? It'll be pretty cool if they add brand new perks to the perks shop in HQ. Now moving on, let's go on to the unlocking of police vehicles part. Here now, my assumption for these police vehicles was actually correct. The police vehicles will be brand new completely, and you'll be able to buy them from the police vehicle shop in Chicago once you have completed the standard crew prologue. Now pretty much any kind of player will be able to go into there. Even if you don't own calling all units, you'll be able to go into the police vehicle shop in Chicago just to go look around, but you won't be able to buy anything. And for those that buy the crew calling all units, you will get a Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe for free in police version. But this is actually the GLC 43 Coupe. It's it's basically a new vehicle in the game, and it's a concept which I'll talk about later. Now, of course, you'll also be able to win specific vehicles and specs from completing missions, basically, and that also goes for street racers and police vehicles. But it's double that for the police vehicles. You have to get 10 parts to get a full stock racer vehicle, and 20 to get a police vehicle, which kind of good, I guess. It's kind of fair. But yeah, and of course it works with story missions. I'm pretty sure it works with story missions, and then it also works with basically the new crate missions that you unlock, that you can play as a police and a street racer. Also, I forgot to mention, you will be able to buy the vehicles from the Chicago dealership for crew credits and bucks. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to be priced. They might be priced the same as standard vehicles. They might be about 1.5 times greater in price in terms of the standard vehicles. I'm not sure exactly. They don't have any news about that. I just hope they are priced about the same as the standard vehicles, and I hope that with this system of unlocking parts, you'll be able to actually get some kind of a discount to it. Like, let's say you have about 50% of the parts for one version of, let's say you get 50% of the parts for the Monster Spec Police Fiat 500 about 500, but you just don't want to continue grinding anymore, and you just want to get it as soon as possible. If you have 50% of them, I'm thinking you should get a 50% discount because you worked your butt off to get this. And yeah, I'm not sure if it'll do that though. It'd be nice though if they thought about that. Now it's moving on to this article right here. This article called "The Crew Turns 2," and basically this is a special anniversary thing for the crew, for those that played the game in December 2014 and January 2015. Yeah, and with that, you will get the Lamborghini Huracan absolutely free when you log into the game on when Calling All Units comes out, and an exclusive 2-year anniversary sticker. Now, people are actually really debating upon this exclusive 2-year anniversary sticker. I don't know why they are debating about this. I mean, it's just a sticker. It doesn't even look that good. I mean, it looks decent enough. It looks cool. I mean, fair enough. Everyone should be able to get, at least everybody should be able to get the anniversary sticker when they log into the game, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to change this. I doubt it. There's only 3 weeks left until Calling All Units comes out, and I doubt they're going to change this anytime soon. And so yeah, now let's move on to the abilities real quick. So basically there's many types of abilities. There's 3 types actually: Street Racer, Police, and the abilities that are available to both parties. The Street Racers will have an ability, as an example, Flashbang. There'll be different kinds, but you can only equip 2 of them at once. There's Jammer for the police abilities. I don't know why it says police skills, probably a typo, but whatever. And then EMP Shock is available to both the Street Racers and the police vehicles. And of course, here's the EMP Shock, as you can see. Looks pretty cool. It actually looks a little weird right here, but that's probably because motion blur is activated, and if you don't have motion blur on, the lightning, the EMP shocks will look like that, approximately like a lightning bolt and no blur on them. And so yeah, there's also, you see the Guardian mode, unlimited nitrous for Street Racer and Guardians. Yeah, as you can see, the Guardian protects you from any kind of attacks, which is a bit of a shield. Unlimited nitrous gives you, obviously, unlimited nitrous. And so, yeah, of course, only 2 abilities can be equipped at once. Here you actually see the Jeep Wrangler Police Edition, which was showed in a little gameplay trailer. Pretty cool as well. It's kind of nice that they're offering one of the newer vehicles in police form. So there's, of course, the F-12 burner letter. Now, let's move on to the part of the video where I'll be talking about the brand new vehicles coming into the game, and why I'm a little bit disappointed with them. Alright, now we're on to the part of the video where I talk about the brand new vehicles coming into with Calling All Units, and why I'm disappointed with them. Now you probably see the gameplay that's playing in the background. I'll just have that hanging out in the background for you guys, just to just have a little something for you guys to look at while I discuss this. And of course, I'll put up pictures of the brand new vehicles and so forth. So I think it would be fair to start out with the brand new bikes coming into the crew Calling All Units. Now, the first one that you will see here, and it's organized alphabetically, is the KTM 1190 RC8R. RC8R, and it looks like a pretty cool bike, but that's this only the one of the 2 bikes that we're getting in so far. Now I'll actually put a link in the description of this video, which will take you to a forum post that I made about all the new vehicles coming into the crew calling all units. And of course also the police vehicles. I'm not going to discuss all the new police vehicles that have been confirmed, because pretty much I think, as far as a lot of the players are thinking, well, all the vehicles are going to be available as police forms, but not available in all specs. But we're not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure, we're not exactly sure, so I'm not going to really discuss about it, though. But if you want to see all the current confirmed police cars, then you can go take a look at that link in the description, which will take you to my forum post, and you'll be able to see everything. Now, let's move on to the next bike, which is the Indian Chief Dark Horse. This bike looks really cool, but at the same time it also looks a little weird, because it has this weird looking lights on the front of the bike. And of course I just realized, looking very closely at it, it's actually a picture of that Indian that's sitting on the side of the bike. The light is the face of that quote-unquote Indian, but it's a Native American. But yeah, that light, in a way, now that I look at it that way, that light looks pretty cool, seeing that it has a face of a person on there. Nice little detail as well. Now let's move on, since I've talked about all the bikes, now let's move on to all the brand new cars that are coming into the crew calling all units. Starting off with the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. Now, you probably saw this was teased in the game on accident, but it's actually not in the game files yet. This summit was accidentally bugged, and it said Ferrari F12 Berlinetta as a summit prize, but it was actually the Ducati Panigale, I think it is pronounced. Yeah, it was supposed to be the Ducati Panigale, but yeah, it said F12 Berlinetta a couple of days ago, and that was just an error. It's now fixed, though. But again, the F12 Berlinetta is really cool. It's going to be available in perf spec, confirmed, with in-game, the in-game, how would I say, the Gamescom gameplay. It's been confirmed with that, which is pretty cool, knowing that it has perf spec. Now moving on to the next vehicle, it's the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Rubicon? Yeah, Rubicon. Which is another pretty nice addition to the game. It's actually going to be available in Dirt Spec and Raid Spec. Raid Spec confirmed with the Gamescom gameplay, and Dirt Spec confirmed with the newest gameplay they put on their Facebook page recently. It's pretty cool that we're having two specs. Not exactly sure if it's going to be available on Street or Perf Spec, but I doubt it. I think it's only going to be Dirt and Raid, as far as I can tell. Now moving on to the next vehicle, as you can see, it's the Lamborghini Huracan. This is the best picture I could find of the Lamborghini Huracan without it looking pixelated or anything. But yeah, we have the Lamborghini Huracan coming in, and this one has the 2-year sticker on it. You can ignore that. But essentially, it has perf spec, which looks absolutely insane, and I am assuming that it's going to have a circuit spec as well, so it can compete with its little brother, the Lamborghini Gallardo circuit spec. Which would be pretty cool, but I doubt they're going to add circuit spec. It's probably only going to be perf spec. Now moving on to the next vehicle, which is actually the newest car announced for the crew, the Maserati MC12. Now, this is a really big surprise to me that this car came in, because I asked the devs on August 26th on Facebook if they could add this car in, and they said we'll add that to the list, basically. And then 2 months later, I believe, 2 months later on October 26th, yeah, they announced it on October 26th, and I'm like, what? And then I posted on the image, and I'm like, you cheeky devs, you were already working on it, and you told me that you'll add it. But yeah, I'm amazed that this car is coming into the game, because I've seen one in real life, and man, is it a gorgeous car. It's absolutely gorgeous, and congratulations to Ubisoft, because it looks absolutely amazing in this picture. And this is probably going to be the first car I'm going to buy. That is, if they add the Lexus LFA. So can you please add that to the game, Ubisoft developers? Please. LFA, please. Okay. So moving on, next we have the Mercedes GLC 43 Coupe. Now, I was actually confused for a good while as to what car this actually is. But after looking on Mercedes' website, it turns out this is actually a new concept for the Mercedes lineup. It's going to be coming in the future for 2017. The Mercedes GLC 43 Coupe. Now, the most interesting part about this car is it actually has 9 gears. It's going to have more gears than the Vanquish or the Volkswagen Touareg in the game by 1 gear, but still, it'll be interesting to see how these gears will actually work. Now, I think this the GLC is going to have dirt spec and perf spec, maybe street spec, but I'm pretty sure that it's only going to be dirt and perf spec, and that's it. No raid spec, I'm pretty sure. Raid spec doesn't really suit this car. Of course, going back to the Maserati MC12, I forgot to mention that I think it's only going to be available in perf spec, maybe circuit spec, but I doubt it with the MC12. So yeah, moving on to the next vehicle. This is the Nissan GT-R 2016, and this is actually going to be a free vehicle if you, like I already said, if you already own Wild Run and you buy Calling All Units, which is pretty nice, I guess. But it's going to be available to all players anyway, so you can just buy it. And of course, I forgot to also mention the Mercedes GLC 43 is also going to be a free vehicle when you buy Calling All Units. Once you get to the, like I saw in that article, it said once you get into the once you unlock the police car dealership, I guess you could call it, in Chicago, you will get this car automatically, the GLC Police Edition. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I'm very disappointed because we're only getting 8 brand new vehicles confirmed right now for the crew Calling All Units, and because we got like 14 brand new vehicles with Wild Run, and we're only getting like 60% of the... It's like half of what's the crew Wild Run offered in terms of vehicles. But yeah, this is very, very poor, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of cool that there's a nice variety of brand new vehicles that are coming in, but at the same time, I want more. I would like more vehicles, please, Ubisoft. I mean, they probably haven't announced all the vehicles just yet. I mean, we have like another 3 weeks left for them to announce the vehicle, but somehow I doubt they're gonna introduce any more vehicles into the game anytime soon. This is probably the end. I mean, they're probably gonna show more cop cars, and maybe a couple of other vehicles, maybe like 1 or 2 more new vehicles coming in. But I'm pretty sure that's about it. We're not gonna get anything else, unfortunately. Then again, we have Wild Run. The summit is gonna continue on. When Calling All the Units comes out, it's been confirmed by the devs that the summit will be continuing on after Calling All Units will come out. But I know for a fact, many people know that for a fact, that the summit is going to continue on. The summit finale doesn't mean it's this complete finale of the summit. It means it's just the last summit of the year before a new summit starts. A whole new series of summits starts, that is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it informative, do give the video a like and stuff. And for all the brand new vehicles, keep an eye out on the forums. I will do a follow-up video if any other brand new vehicles will come out. But yeah, even if one brand new vehicle comes out, like next week or this week, I'll make a follow-up video discussing exactly what it might have and so forth. And of course, that same forum post that I'll send you will also include the current confirmed police vehicles, but I'm pretty sure all the vehicles that are currently in the game are going to have police versions. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did find it informative and so forth, give the video a like, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.